Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. In March of 2021, DirectD was getting ready for his day when he noticed a traffic stop down the street. As he normally does, he walked over to the interaction, greeting the officers with common pleasantries.
Howdy.
Hey, how you doing?
How's you guys' day going?
Not too bad. Hey, can you keep walking? You can film. Just keep walking over there.
What's your name and badge number, field training officer?
Go over there.
What's your name and badge number?
We'll deal with that later. You need to move.
Instead of saying solace 17363, a total of 8 syllables, the officer responds with, "Go over there, we'll deal with that later, you need to move," a total of 14 syllables, doubling the amount of what he had to say just to make sure that DirectD knows that he has no respect for the public or his department's policies.
This is a public sidewalk right now.
You need to move.
This is a public
Seriously.
sidewalk. You better calm down.
You need to move. You need to go back. I'm dealing with this. You're now interfering with our
You want me to go over
investigation.
here?
You can go over there.
Interfering is a physical act. Are you guys
need
all
to
or what?
Go.
No, you know what? I'm on a
Dude,
public
if you
sidewalk.
don't leave to
What are you
that
gonna do?
part over there,
This is
I'm
a
dealing
public
with
sidewalk.
I'm
Call
doing
your
the
supervisor.
investigation.
Call your supervisor.
I'm doing an investigation
Call
right
your
here.
supervisor.
If you don't move back
Call your
over there,
supervisor.
so I can deal with
This
this
is Jay
investigation.
Blake of the Mesa PD.
If you don't move,
You don't
you're
have a
going to
name
get
and
arrested.
badge number, nothing.
You need to move back.
Is your body cam on?
You need
Arrested
to move
for
back.
what? I'm on a public sidewalk. You
need to
can't
move
arrest
back.
me on a
We're
public
dealing with
sidewalk.
that. Hey, watch your driver.
Dude, do
You
your
need to
thing.
move back.
Do your thing. I'm on a public sidewalk.
You need to move back.
You want to put up tape or something?
Are you going to move back or no?
No. I'm on a public sidewalk.
You need to move back.
I'm on a public
need to
sidewalk.
move
You
back.
better check yourself, homie.
You need to move back. You're interfering with my investigation right
It's
now.
a
One more
physical
warning.
act.
One more warning. You need to
Physical
back
act.
off.
Go ahead, dude. 10 foot.
You need to back
10
off.
foot, you
You need to back off. Okay, you know what?
Dude, don't touch me.
Sure, back
Don't touch me. I'm on a public sidewalk. Stop.
DirectD has now been arrested for failure to obey and found guilty.
So this is what I'm going to do, Mr. Ruff. That is the case of failure to obey a police officer. You were found guilty of that matter. I'm giving you 90 days of jail. 90 days of jail will be postponed. I'm placing you on probation for 24 months. You are directed to do counseling. I'm sending you to Prodigy Healthcare to do counseling. You are to contact them within 2 business days to set up that counseling.
Then, in June of 2021, DirectD was with several other auditors, filming an incident involving the Mesa police, where officers asked the location they were at if they wanted the cameraman trespassed.
You solicited a trespass.
Hey.
You stupid piece of shit.
Hey, you better turn your light.
You deuce.
Come out and teach you how the law works.
Punk mother
Know your place, man. No, fucking
you, dude. You are a straight piece of shit, deuce.
fucking walk of shame. You guys are walking.
I'm gonna make you famous again.
Okay, Brooks, this.
It's Chris here again, buddy.
Hey, dude.
Yeah. We're gonna make you famous again, you stupid son of a bitch.
Mesa, why did
The men all left after the officers advised them that they were trespassed, but 9 months later, because the county had other cases against him, they reviewed this video and levied new charges of trespassing and disorderly conduct against him and the other auditors on scene, despite the protections of Houston v. Hill that specifically protect the verbal abuse of police officers under the First Amendment, and the fact that after being advised that they had to leave, all of them did.
In the case of 2021-071040, Mr. Ruff, I'm placing you on probation. Court does enter a judgment of guilt to the offense of disorderly conduct as a Class 1 misdemeanor and trespassing as a Class 1 misdemeanor. 180 days of jail, 180 days will be suspended, 3 years of probation, and I am ordering counseling. I am ordering that you do anger management. On the trespass charges, 30 days jail, 30 days suspended, 12 months probation.
On top of that, the judge tried to order him not to film officers while conducting their duties in their official capacity.
As to the matters that you are being placed on probation for, and the failure to obey a police officer, and in this matter, Mr. Ruff, as a term and condition of your probation, I'm directing that you shall not go to areas where the Mesa Police Department are conducting an investigation. That you shall not record any members of the Mesa Police Department while you are on probation. That is the order of this court. And I know, Mr. Ruff, that you believe that you have a First Amendment right, and people do have rights to record. But when you violate those rights in the nature and the way that you did, Mr. Ruff, I believe it is an appropriate term of probation, given the nature and the contact that you had with the officers and the things that you were saying to them.
Then, in July of 2021, is a story I covered previously on this channel, where again, DirectD was filming police interactions. Keep in mind that this happened prior to the judge's egregious order for him to stop filming the police. During this traffic stop, officers rolled out an exorbitant amount of crime scene tape to push the men back as far as possible, and then asked the property manager to trespass them from the property. After the traffic stop was over, the officers stayed on scene.
Keep in mind, you guys, if you're just joining us, the stop has been over for 10 minutes now.
Once the officers set out to leave the scene, it appears that one of them got their feelings hurt and arrests DirectD for trespassing after his foot unintentionally touches the property line.
No number markers?
Do you think this is gonna help when you guys try and get them laws passed? Approach them and cause chaos. We know what the game is, dude. Did you get all of us? Did you get all of us on body? Shut up, motherfucker. Yeah, get me on body cam saying dumb shit so you can get a law passed. Ed Wessing ain't smart. We know what the game is. Bye-bye, sucker. Don't touch me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Dude, I haven't trespassed. You guys see this right here?
Right here on the property.
This is an easement.
Oh,
Are you serious?
You guys see this right here?
DirectD has now been arrested for, quote, trespassing. Based on the GIS maps available on the city's website, the property line begins where the sidewalk and asphalt meet, and DirectD's video didn't make it clear that he was standing on the sidewalk. But video footage from El Zorro Gyro shows that the only time any of the men returned to the property was when the police escorted them around their cruiser. Zorro's livestream did not catch the arrest, but Arizona Auditor did. In his video, it looks as though it could be possible that DirectD's heel was slightly over the line, but the officer's legs make it hard to tell for sure. But if we return to the revised statute, we can take note of the word knowingly. The state would have to prove that if DirectD's heel crossed a few millimeters onto the property, that he did so knowingly. There are many articles online discussing criminal trespassing in Arizona specifically, and the defense of intent. I personally didn't witness an intent to return to the property, and I doubt the officer did either, which leaves the question, was this retaliation? Despite the defense of intent, DirectD was still found guilty by the same judge.
In the case of 2021-043799, I am not going to place you on probation for that criminal trespass case. However, Mr. Ruff, in light of the fact that I know you had a total of 6 cases and I realized that 2 of them were dismissed, so I'm not taking those into consideration, but the fact that you continue to pick up these cases, and that your behavior hasn't been changed or modified, I do believe that jail time is warranted, Mr. Ruff. It's based upon your prior criminal history. It's based upon the number of cases that you picked up in this court. It's based upon the conduct that you continue to show and the disdain that you continue to show, not only this court, but others. For that reason, Mr. Ruff, I did find you guilty. I'm imposing 5 days of jail. Those 5 days are straight time. There's no 2 for 1. That jail time will be concurrent in the case ending in 2021-063564.
By now, you should be able to see the pattern. And finally, on October 6th of 2021, DirectD and a few others went to the Mesa City Hall to request records. While there, he approaches a stairway with 2 welcome signs and decides to go up them. At the top of the stairs are art pieces from a local school that are for sale to the general public, and having already checked in with security, he figured he could go up as he pleased.
Why not? All right. Says what?
Only employees go upstairs, you have to check in.
It says customers, and it says check in. This is a public building. I don't have to check in.
To go upstairs, you do.
Says who?
It says the sign right here.
Security made it clear that he had to check in, despite the policy's lack of a supporting Arizona revised statute, but then the guard addressed him by his first and last name.
Oh, is there an ARS or something attached to that? That makes it legally obligating
Are you
to...
Mr. Ruff?
You guys check that out.
Are you Mr. Ruff? Christopher Ruff, right?
Check that out. Famous. You're famous now, buddy. Yeah, so you know I don't need to sign anything. No, I don't.
After walking only 2/3 of the way up the steps to view the art, he returned to the lower level and was immediately trespassed from the building.
Well, I done did it. Actually, I can go upstairs.
All right, you guys, out.
It says Mesa, all visitors must sign in.
I'm Officer Brown. My badge number is 20650.
Am I being trespassed?
Yes.
Under threat of arrest?
Yes.
Yes, awesome.
Gotta go.
Thank you, sir.
Direct D complies with the order to leave and walks out to the public sidewalk, and moments later, several officers of the Mesa Police Department walk over to him and place him under arrest.
You the sergeant in charge?
That's the lieutenant over there.
Oh, there's a lieutenant here too?
Yeah. So we didn't do anything illegal.
You're going to jail for trespassing.
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead and give him your camera.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
Call the lawyer.
So they're putting him under arrest for
Trespassing on public property, you guys.
He took the charge to court and Mesa convicted him, essentially because he went up the stairs that hosted an art gallery that had 2 welcome signs, and that anyone was allowed to go up so long as they checked in.
In the case of 2021-063564, court does enter a judgment of guilt for that criminal trespass charge. I am placing you on probation in that matter for 12 months. I am giving you 5 days of jail. Again, those 5 days of jail will run, it'll be a straight time, no 2 for 1. That will run concurrent with the 5 days of jail in 2021-043799.
Direct D said that he would appeal the court's decisions, but in Arizona, to get your appeal to the Superior Court where it can be heard, you must file specific paperwork with the court that decided against you, and only then will they transfer you to the Superior Court. The irony is, the court is also the guardian of that paperwork, so in order to file an appeal against the court's decision, you have to ask them for the paperwork that only they have, and then after they've provided you with their paperwork, you submit it back to them. After you send their paperwork to them, they review their paperwork that they gave you and then decide to approve or deny your motion. The required paperwork is a very specific list, as defined in Rule 7. Direct D asked for those specific items and paid over $1,000 for copies of them, but the court sent incomplete transcripts. He requested the items again, but they just sent duplicates of what they had already given him. Since October of 2022, he has filed a total of 5 requests for the complete transcripts, asking for the exact items listed in Rule 7, and the court has still never furnished the correct records. And now, in June of 2023, Judge John P. Tatz denied Direct D's request to appeal, claiming that the court has no duty to provide the documents, even though they're the only ones that have them. The judge also mentions that his decision is based on the fact that Direct D didn't request what specific items he needed, and instead listed every document listed in the previously mentioned Rule 7. If it sounds ridiculous, then you now understand how the justice system works. On top of all that, Direct D asked for a court-appointed attorney, and then allowed the attorney to withdraw for seemingly bogus reasons, and now refuses to grant him new counsel. And now, on July 21st, he has to appear before the court, where it is likely that he will be taken into custody to serve the sentences for all 4 of the incidents that you've just watched. So how can you help? If we're being honest, not much outside of making your opinions about this known to the DOJ, the Mesa City Council, and others. Contact details for all of them can be found below. And outside of that, be sure to head over to Direct D's channel to show him some support and to get the latest updates on these cases. Thanks for watching. If you have a video, use the submit link in the description or pinned comment. If you enjoyed this one, subscribe and hit the bell for future content, and check out our other channels, Lady LackLuster and The Odd Side. Remember to like, share, and leave a comment about what you think of this interaction. It's the easiest way for you to help expose corruption and misconduct. Merchandise is available using the links below. Join the LackLuster family for just $1 if you'd like to further support the channel. Get a Lack logo next to your name, custom emotes, and early access to videos. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. All links are down below.